Welcome to SHA, the Sound Healers Association, founded by Jonathan Goldman in 1982, bringing education and awareness of the use of sound and music for healing and transformation. SHA features presentations by founding pioneers in the modern sound healing field, and we have a sound healing directory allowing you to list your work or find practitioners and teachers. There's a monthly online meeting, a blog, a vast resource of articles, and much more. SHA, the Sound Healers Association, is dedicated to bringing harmony to the world of sound.
Okay, here we go, and we're jumping in now. And again, I'm Steve Farrell with Humanities Team. I'm here in Boulder, Colorado. I live near my dear friend Jonathan Goldman and his wife Andi, and it's my pleasure to be here just to introduce Jonathan and Andi as this program starts. So, and of course, this is a Sound Satang, and it's a monthly program now that Humanities Team is really grateful to be producing each and every month with Jonathan and Andi. So thanks for being with us. I think you're going to have a fantastic time. Let me just want to read a brief introduction here as we get started. So Jonathan and Andi Goldman are a powerful pair in the world of conscious living and sound healing. Jonathan is an internationally recognized authority, pioneer, and author in sound healing. Andi is a licensed psychotherapist who utilizes holistic treatment and sound healing. Both are highly respected leaders in the sound healing and spiritual music community. Andi and Jonathan have co-written 2 books together, Chakra Frequencies and The Humming Effect. And again, I'll just share, when we came out a moment ago, Jonathan and I were sharing that sound healing is really taking off as it should, because it is, as we're creating conscious living in the world, sound healing is a big role. It's an incredibly useful device. And you're looking at the man here, Jonathan Goldman, who got this whole thing started, was called to it at an early age, and hooray, thank God he was, because look where sound healing is today. And my pleasure, Jonathan, to turn this over to you.
Thank you, Steve, and hello, everyone. What a pleasure it is to be resonating with you. I am Jonathan Goldman.
Hello, everyone. I am Andi Goldman, and we want to welcome everyone here. Happy New Year. And thank you all for being with us on our first Satsang of the new year.
So happy New Year to you all. What a blessing. This is our first Sound Satang. For those of you who may be joining us for the first time, a Sound Satsang is literally a Sanskrit word that has numerous meanings, but one of them is sort of a discourse, teaching. It can be a community. So I like to think of us as a community of high consciousness beings who work with sound and consciousness to shift planetary vibrations. So thank you for doing that, because we heal the planet, we heal ourselves.
We heal ourselves and we heal the planet. So welcome once again, everyone, and thank you all for being here. And thank you to Humanities Team for producing our program tonight, and the Sound Healers Association, who sponsor our program. And tonight, for our first Sound Satsang of 2025, we are going to be honoring World Sound Healing Day. World Sound Healing Day happens every year on February 14th, and this year is our 23rd year for facilitating World Sound Healing Day. And it's a co-creative process. It's a co-creative event where so many people get to participate. And so we're going to be talking a lot about that tonight. Going to go into a little bit of the background and the history and sort of the backstory. After 23 years, we've got a lot to share. And we are also going to have a meditation interlude with a beautiful piece of healing sound, healing music that Jonathan created, especially for tonight. And it is called Golden Rose Love 528. And after that, I'll do an astrological assessment, and then we will have our guided global sound healing meditation for personal and planetary healing at the end of our program.
Which we're calling the Global Unified Heart Activation. More on that later.
Right.
But first, World Sound Healing Day. Yowza, where'd that come from?
Well,
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
23 years. Yikes.
After 23 years, we thought, well, why don't we share some of the backstory and some of the history, because we have been through, well, it's coming up on year 23. And so there's been a lot of iterations of it. There's been a lot that we want to share, but it really all started actually with a meditation that Jonathan and I were involved with and doing.
And it's interesting because literally we're trying to place when the meditation happened. Don't know, probably sometime after 9/11.
Yeah, that's what we think.
We were in meditation and this inner voice said, hey, you've been focusing on using sound for personal healing for a whole lot of years. Keep doing that. Everybody's beginning to wake up on how to use sound for their own self-healing. But now we want you to begin to initiate sound for planetary healing. We thought, great idea. How do we do that? And transmission got cut off.
So here we were, okay, that sounds like great. We've been working on personal healing, working with sound. Now, how can we open that up and extend it to planetary healing? So we kind of went back and forth with that, trying to figure it out. And the first thing that we thought of, well, for sure, that the whole purpose of doing World Sound Healing Day was to have our sound and our intention by as many people as possible to heal our planet, to heal our waters, to help us raise consciousness of love and compassion all through our sound and intention. So the first thing we did, we chose a day and we decided, how about Valentine's Day, February 14th, and we can then send a sonic Valentine out onto our planet.
Right. And the idea then was, okay, what sound we want to use? We initially began with working with the ah sound, which is in so many traditions, the sound of the heart chakra, the sound of love. Ah, it's a sound that we naturally make. And we thought, okay, well, I was just looking this up, going way back in my files a long time ago, 23 plus years ago. And we were going to do two sounds, actually, one at 12 o'clock New York time, and then one at 10 o'clock at night New York time, so that we could work with our friends in Australia, Japan, and whatnot. And that's what we did. And we did it through the internet, but we did it through internet radio because they didn't have Zoom back then. In fact, when I would be discussing this long distance with people, some of our cohorts, fellow by the name of Tom Kenyon was one of the people who worked with us initially on that. Another fellow by the name of Chris James. And we did it through the Healing Sounds chat room. I mean, literally, I don't think there was even a Facebook or anything like that. We had to do it through private chat rooms, having these group discussions of, hey, how should we do it? Where should we do it? Et cetera. And then there were these internet radio shows that featured people, and we did it like that. And that was just great.
Well, and we had, of course, we did it in person.
That's right.
Back then. And at one point here in Boulder, we had World Sound Healing Day actually happening the entire day.
Yikes. I remember looking at that. Was like,
and people would come and drop in. And then over time, we knew that was just a little bit too long. However, what happened as a result of that is that people throughout the planet would get together in their communities, and they would then facilitate in-person groups. And we still had that moment at 12 o'clock noon
Right.
Eastern time, where we had encouraged people wherever they were to stop for a few moments, 5 minutes, and sound forth with the ah sound. And so that was really a lot of the beginning.
And, at the time, we were really not able to track it live in terms of knowing what was going on. And weeks or even months later, people would send us photos or emails saying, hey, we had our whole church here in Latvia doing a World Sound Healing Day, or there was World Sound Healing Day in one community in various places. So we thought, this is great. This is great. We continue to work with the Ah sound and have live events. And then right around the lockdown.
Well, even before that, I think we had decided that whatever sound you were going to work with, it didn't matter if it was the ah sound, or perhaps we could have groups bringing musical instruments. We could have meditation, sound meditations, poetry readings, jazz ensembles. It was just amazing, the information the feedback that we started getting with people literally celebrating World Sound Healing Day. And before we knew it, we had people throughout the planet. And now we have over 100 countries represented every year.
And particularly, during the lockdown, the pandemic, when people couldn't get out, and we started doing a lot of stuff through Zoom, and there'd be all these extraordinary events of people doing stuff and being able to share, which is also a wondrous thing. And, it's so interesting. If you think about it, there's no separation between us, and really, we can feel the energy between each and every one of us who's watching and communing. We can feel the field, and later on when we're toning together, we're able to feel that. I mean, that is real. There is no separation. Quantum physics tells us there's no separation, and the ancient mystic masters tell us there's no separation. We are one. How cool is that?
Well, and the lovely thing is, and the reason we're sharing this tonight is because it really is a co-creative process, and it is every single person who wants to participate, whether you're organizing a group in your community in person, whether you're facilitating a group online, whether you want to be a participant in one of these groups. It is a co-creative experience. And that's what we really want to share tonight. So we can all
interesting, just talking about different levels of evolution. We used to invite people to go to what we call the Temple of Sacred Sound, which is the world's first cyberspace toning temple. And I think that's still an awareness. But now, of course, on worldsoundhealingday.org, we have the events portal, which you go in, you list your event, and people who are looking for something to check out, they can go see it and experience it through the internet, usually through Zoom or a live thing. And it's pretty amazing, the evolution of this type of thing. And now, we have a new evolutionary leap this year we'll talk about in a minute, but let's talk about for a moment why we're doing World Sound Healing Day.
Well, Jonathan, that sort of reminds me of a beautiful Hebrew term called tikkun olam.
Yes.
And that Kabbalistic, that literally means repairing the world. And we feel that it is through our sound and through raising the frequency, through love and through compassion and through gratitude, which is really the foundation of World Sound Healing Day, that it can perhaps help to repair the places on our planet that need to be repaired. Not all places do.
Well, there's an incredible amount of fragmentation occurring right now Can't question that one. It's probably always been true, and the ancient mystic masters have known that through our light, our love, and a sound, we can literally help repair the world. So what a blessing to be able to do that. We like to heal the planet, and we heal the waters, which are most challenged over, and we like to, if you like, raise the consciousness of all sentient beings.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to talk more about the Global Consciousness Project in a moment, but we have got great validation that, in fact, when we all do come together with that collective purpose, that because of the Global Consciousness Project, being able to actually track this through the years, we have discovered that indeed there is a shift in consciousness. There is a shift and a change that does take place on the planet.
And the global use of intentionalized sound can shift and change consciousness. That now is real. When we first began doing this, it seemed like a great idea, and we sort of came to it approaching it. Okay, the ancient mystic masters said everything was vibration, that there was a link between the mind and the heart, and that was sound, and the internet, if you like, represented the neural net of the planet. And if we could use sound somehow, we could create the global heart of the planet, and going from the global mind to the global heart. And then among other things, we began to see things like the Global Consciousness Project, and we began to learn about things like the work of heart math, talking about heart-brain coherence, so we can take our sound and amplify it and make it enhance the power of its healing energy even more. So we've incorporated that. And we'll talk about this a little bit later, but we're working with a very special sound that has been, if you like, psychoacoustically enhanced. And you'll be able to have a little bit of that experience when we do our Global Unified Heart Activation tonight, a little bit later on. So working with as much scientific technology and as much spiritual mojo, if you like, combining them together so we can really create this field of this waveform, this Valentine to the Gaia Matrix, and this can be done anytime.
Well, and there is the other, such a thing as the Maharishi effect, which says that 1% of the population,
Square root.
the square root of 1% of the population is all that is necessary to really raise the vibration, to really raise our consciousness. And when you think about it, the square root of 1% is not of the population of our planet is only about, what is it, Jonathan?
9,000 people.
Yeah, it's not very much.
Which is not huge, yeah.
However,
it's not the quantity of the people, it is the quality of the people.
You're right. So, you know, when we're all holding the intention in our heart to really send our healing thoughts and our healing energy to Mother Earth, you know, when we're all holding that intention, that's what really makes the difference. And so we hope that, and we encourage people to check out worldsoundhealingday.org, and that you might consider joining us this year for the 23rd World Sound Healing Day. And you know, there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of events already posted in the
and
portal.
More, post one or check them out, or also check out, we're doing a very special sort of a return to the original concept. We're really doing a focused, once again, we're calling this one the Global Unified Heart Activation, and happening at, it's going to be 11:55 New York time to 12:10 New York time, which is, let's see, California, it would be 8:55. I think in Boulder, it's about 9:55, so you have to adjust for it. And we're actually doing a presentation with the humanities team, an hour-long thing where we're talking about sound and all sorts of sound, intention, coherence, etc. And this is going to be tracked by the Global Consciousness Project, which we were mentioning before, originally out of Princeton, New Jersey, the university, and a fellow by the name of Dr. Roger Nelson basically began doing experiments with AI, if you like, with computers, to see if a computer could be affected by the consciousness of people around it. And he would have sort of meditations of people meditating near a computer, seeing if they could influence, and the computer would be generating random numbers, zeros and ones, just the way you flip a coin, and out of 100 times, you get 50 heads and 50 tails. Here you get 50 zeros, 50 ones, except when there were events, when people were meditating with a lot of compassion, gratitude, the same things that we talk about when we are dealing with the heart-brain coherence. Those, if you like, feelings, those emotions changed and shifted the field so that somehow, for some reason, the computer would be not generating random numbers, it would be generating numbers that were not random, and basically that it was askew, and you could graph them, and instead of being a flat line, which equal numbers of 50s and zeros, this kind of would look like Mount Everest sometimes. And they've done that for some different World Sound Healing Days and other very, very powerful events that are going on. In fact, blessed be now, we, during the winter solstice, there were just all these different monumental events going on the planet where people were, through the internet, generating light and love, sometimes through sound, to heal the planet. What a blessing that is.
Mm-hmm. So the neat thing is that the Global Consciousness Project is actually going to be tracking World Sound Healing Day, but particularly they're going to be tracking the event that we're going to be doing with Steve Farrell and Humanity's team on February 14th at 11:30. It will start. And this is in addition to all the many programs and events that are going to be happening. And this will be starting, it'll be from 11:30 to 12:30. However, it will be at 5 till the hour that we will go into the guided global meditation. And there is a lot of different frequencies, Jonathan.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that you and Dr. Jeff
Dr. Jeffrey Thompson
have
put on there, just, great, powerful psychoacoustic frequencies. In fact, if you're going to be checking them out, if you got headphones, very cool experience if you can tone along with it. If not, just even generating through your computer, the better the speakers, the more powerful the experience. And I just want to suggest that which time zone somebody wanted to know. So it's gonna start at 9:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Pacific Time, 11:30 Eastern Time. And we did that 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock noon time, depending on the different zones, so that our friends in Europe at least could join in England and Germany and all that stuff. They'd be a little sleepy, but not too sleepy. And I want to suggest also that in order to help enable and enhance the experience, we're making available, it's something just I was guided to do for 7 days before World Sound Healing Day. There's literally a preparation program that'll take about 5-8 minutes each day to help enhance your ability to really project intentionalized sound during that time. So if you want to really amp yourself up, and this is good for any time, any place, it's available at worldsoundhealingday.org, and it's a free thing that I'm just doing that so that y'all can really create the most magical moments for us, because this is really important. Our planet needs it so much
our
now.
Planet needs it, and we are so honored and delighted that we can share all of this with you all tonight. We hope that you'll share it with your friends and so on and so forth. And I think right now we're just about ready.
So I created
our meditation interlude that I will talk about for just a moment.
Okay.
And it is called Golden Rose Love 528. And this is a beautiful piece of music that Jonathan created, especially for tonight. And I know, Jonathan, you want to share a whole bunch here.
Well, no, because I want to play the video, and we just talked too much, so you just have to experience it. Lots of really cool psychoacoustic frequencies. It's lovely. It's actually, for those of you into it, 528 hertz is a frequency some people believe is a magic healing one. I don't know if it is. It was one of the Solfeggio frequencies that I helped bring on the planet. So just as an experiment, I created this in that frequency. And if you like 578, great. If you don't care, it doesn't matter. Just listen to this, feel it, and just, if you like, think about how your light, your love, and your sound can resonate and help shift and change the planet, and let your friends know about this. This is so important. You don't need to be a musician. You don't need to be anything except a conscious human. What a blessing. Someone asked, should we listen with headphones? Hey, if you can, way cool. But if not, you don't need to. Whatever is comfortable, because we find that comfort and being in the fluid moment is the best thing. All right, we are going to actually run it right now. So Russell, please, sir, can we listen to Golden Rose of Love?
Well, Jonathan, that was so beautiful. And we hope that everyone enjoyed it. I know I certainly did.
Did you all hear those whale sounds? I love whale sounds. Whales are said to be the carriers of the sound information, and dolphins too. We love them. Anyway, more on that later. Thank you for
Mm.
resonating with us. And now it is time for the Oracle to give us wisdom on what is going on in the galaxy,
In
the
the
cosmos.
galaxy. Well, this is an astrological overview. It's not delving deeply into all the different aspects astrologically that are happening on our planet now. But what I thought I would do, because we are starting a brand new year, that what I'd like to do is give you some of the highlights of 2025 from an astrological perspective. So, once again, welcome to this brand new year. And it is a year indeed, astrologically speaking. We have got a whole new energetic frequency coming in this year. It's going to be a year and a half. I can tell you that. Probably by the end of the year, we're going to probably go, whoa, what just happened? There's so much astrological energies happening. One of the biggest things that is set to happen is that 4 of the major outer planets, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, are all changing signs. They are moving out of water and earth, which is a completely different feeling, into fire and air.
Wow.
And so this is going to be a profound year of transformation. As a result of all of this fire and air, we can expect a dynamic, fast-paced, event-packed year with accelerated change in 2025. In fact, I think it's the biggest year that we are kind of out with the old and in with the new. And of course, this is really great because what it means is that what is no longer serving us, what is no longer working for our highest good, is going to go by the wayside. And truths are going to be coming out. It could be revolutionary. It is going to be an accelerated year. And so, because of that, it's important to be mindful of finding that still part within ourselves. What is it that we can do each day to tune in and find our inner peace? Perhaps we, meditate. Perhaps we go out in nature. Perhaps it is anything that can help you to get into balance. And when we do this, we're going to be able to navigate these accelerated energies that are going to be happening this year. We'll be able to navigate them in a way that will be for our benefit. So I like to mention all of this in that forewarned is forearmed, as they say in astrology. Now, also on January 25th, we have something extraordinary, truly extraordinary that is unfolding. There is a spectacular, rare planetary alignment happening on January 25th. And we will be able to see with our naked eye in the night sky Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars. We'll be able to see those 4 planets, and we'll be able to see Uranus and Neptune through a telescope. So there is this powerful alignment coming up that could possibly shift the course of our lives. It is that powerful from what I'm hearing. And if you are open to it, it can spark major shifts, not only on our planet, in our world, but also major shifts within our own personal world. And so it's the cosmic call to action. So I would encourage people to just sort of tune in around that time frame and look at where you can bring change into your own personal life and changing, just tuning into that. So it's powerful time, everyone. It's like a super powerful year, and this is all just starting here in January. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. It is now fully into Aquarius. It's not going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So I can safely say that we are in the dawning of the age of Aquarius is now here. In fact, Aquarius is a fabulous sign because really with Pluto in Aquarius, it's Aquarius serves the community. It is what is best for society. It is what is best for humanity. So the fact that we do have Pluto into Aquarius, it can be really quite transformational, but also really fueling our planet and our communities and humanity. With Pluto in Aquarius, that's where the old, out with the old and in with the new. That's what we can expect with Pluto in Aquarius. Now, also, Uranus is going to be moving into the sign of Gemini. So this brings innovation. It brings in technology, and Uranus also brings in a lot of change. And sometimes it can be very swift, very unexpected. And so these old systems really are going to start to fall by the wayside. So we are basically getting ready, from my astrological perspective, for a whole new chapter on our planet. And with all of these innovations coming online and all the new technologies taking center stage, there is an overarching theme of 2025 on what it means to be human. Now, what I would like to encourage and suggest, Greg Braden has a fabulous new book out called Pure Human. It's actually due out on January 28th. And I would encourage everyone to get that book if possible, because Greg talks about how we have within our own humanity technology far superior to anything that could be man-made technology in our bodies. So humanity is really going to take center stage this year. And we are pure human. And we want to keep our pure humanness. So I want to thank Greg for writing this book. We've had a chance to actually read it already, and try and pick it up if you can, because it gives you a lot of good hands-on information about the technology that's coming on board and how, wait a minute, we've got it already as being human.
And at the same time, I'm going to suggest that AI can be very much our friend. So,
well, it can, I mean, for sure. We just don't want to put it in our bodies.
Not in our bodies. But yeah, Greg's book is great.
Yeah.
And,
but at any rate, so I hope that this little overview of the astrological energies that are happening this year. Hope it's been helpful for you, and just to, really be mindful that it is going to be a very fast-paced year. A lot is going to be happening, and just I always say buckle up. But also I do want to remind everyone to try and catch that beautiful alignment that is happening on January 25th. So
Nice.
yeah. So I think we're right
Beautiful,
on schedule
right.
here,
And,
Jonathan.
Boy, girl, so many things to say. Greg's book is wonderful. And I just want to acknowledge that the Golden Rose of Love 528 is going to be actually released on January 31st, which is next Friday, not this Friday. So if you do Spotify or any of those things, check it out. It's a pretty good recording that you just heard. And if you want to experience it again, so I share that with you. We're now going to experience the Global Unified Heart Activation. And this is, if you like, a modified version of what we're going to experience from 11:55 New York time to 12:10 New York time, right around noon New York time. And you chart that out for wherever you are living, the difference, but that's Eastern time. And this one, it's a little bit shorter, blessed be, and it's still loaded with those psychoacoustic frequencies, courtesy of Dr. Jeff Thompson and myself. I've got dolphin sounds, whale sounds, Tibetan bowls, and all this other stuff. And we have an ah sound that has literally thousands of people. That was one of my things, to get the different ah sounds there from different people, and all tuned to, within a frequency, the heart sound. And then Andi doing just a lovely, we've talked about this before, the heart-brain coherence. Just listen to a guided meditation, and if you follow the instructions, you create heart-brain coherence, which will then amplify our energy field. And then we got a sound together, and we'll feel it.
Yeah.
We may not be able to actually hear it, but I'm telling you, we will feel it, because we are one, and there's really no separation.
Well, and what I want to suggest and remind people that with this guided meditation that is coming up momentarily, that I want to encourage everyone to, when we get to, I will guide you through the heart-brain coherence, and, we'll expand the electromagnetic field around our heart. And when we get to the part where we begin to tone, and I think we'll be toning the ah sound about how many times?
I think it's nine
times. So when we get to that part, I do want to encourage everyone, wherever you are, to out loud join in sounding forth, because as Jonathan was just mentioning, we are all part of this field, and we are all connected. So we will definitely feel it. And also, when you're sounding, always remember to stay in your comfort zone, and just truly tune in to that inner wisdom and that inner place in your heart, as we're setting the intention of global harmonization.
So this one may be very powerful. I trust it will be. I've experienced it before. I can't wait to resonate with you all, because we'll create a heart, brain, mind link together, and we'll all be floating in the cosmos together. So this is going to be fun. Don't forget to tune in with your voice as well as your heart and your mind, and we'll connect all three.
Yeah.
And this will be about 10 minutes long, including some silence at the end. And it'll be real powerful. So blessed be. Russell, sir, if you could take us away.
The purpose for this meditation is to project a sound encoded with the energies of light and love, and project healing to the Gaia Matrix, our beloved planet Earth. We will first create coherence between our heart and our brain. This effect will further be amplified by the power of the sound ah that you will be toning along with later, bringing more light and love into your body, mind, and spirit for health and wellness. And now, begin to focus on your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly breathing in and out. And as you're breathing in and out, imagine or visualize that you're breathing in and out through your heart. As you're breathing in and out through the area of your heart, remembering that it is love that breathes each breath, and it is love that causes each beat of our heart. Continue breathing slowly, breathing in and out in this manner. And now, I'd like you to call to mind something that has brought you a great deal of appreciation, gratitude, something that you are feeling very good about. This might be an experience with another person. Perhaps it's a beautiful sunset. It may be a beloved pet, a spouse. But it is something that has brought you loving kindness and gratitude and appreciation. And as you're breathing in and out through your heart, feeling this appreciation, feeling this gratitude, you're creating a beautiful coherence between your heart and your brain. And your heart, through this coherence, is expanding, getting larger and larger, and connecting with all the heart and loving energy on our planet in this moment. This is just a wonderful way of creating a very powerful heart activation, and you'll be amplifying this with the sound ah. Continue breathing slowly and deeply while feeling appreciation and gratitude, and imagining your breath going in and out through your heart. Now, visualize this energy and begin to sense a radiant light around you that is permeating every cell of your body and resonating your heart chakra. In a moment, we'll begin to gently sound forth with the ah sound together. And as you do this, visualize the planet Earth as a holographic image floating in front of you. Imagine bathing the Earth in a healing field of light and love that you are creating through your sacred sound. Now, let us begin to make the heart sound ah together, bringing the energy of global harmonization, peace, and healing to our beloved planet, Earth. Now, being in silence, visualizing all the light and love through sound that you have manifested, resonating and bringing to earth and yourself to a deep state of healing. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and know that you have contributed to personal and planetary healing. Mm. Welcome back.
Well, that was, for me, it's the first time I've experienced this in an environment like this, and that was very powerful for me.
Well, this was the first time with these new frequencies that Dr. Jeffrey Thompson and Jonathan put on to the sound of this guided meditation, and this is the
It works.
It definitely works.
I
and
was
this
floating.
is the global unified heart activation that we will actually be doing on February 14th, close to the noon hour Eastern time.
Right.
So
A little bit longer version.
Mhm.
And by gosh and by golly, I want to suggest, if you're interested, go to World Sound Healing Day and sign up for the free 7-day preparation program. It's something I'm putting together now, and I'm pleased, because it's just something we can all, if you like, the more attuned we are, the more powerful the energy. It's not the quantity of people so much as the quality. And you all are pretty great, so thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you. And thank you, Jonathan and Dr. Jeffrey Thompson, because honestly, I've listened to this meditation many times, and this one was very different. And so do, visit worldsoundhealingday.org and see if there's some events that you're interested in participating in online, and maybe there might be some events in your area. We have a big map of the world with, letting people know different places. So no matter where you're from, there's going to be opportunities to participate.
And spread the word to your friends too. Let them know, because it's a co-creative experience, and the more, the merrier.
The more, the merrier.
Let us celebrate sacred sound together. What a blessing.
Oh, what a blessing. And oh, well, so thank you all for being with us tonight for our first 2025 Sound. What a way to kick off, the powerful year that we've got coming up. What a beautiful way to set the tone by this meditation and by the Satsang. And of course, World Sound Healing Day, which is February 14th. Beautiful way to begin to set the intentions for the coming year.
And indeed, As we like to say, we heal the planet,
We heal ourselves,
we heal ourselves,
and we heal the planet.
we can make a difference, and we have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, listen, it's been great. I'm actually pretty blissed out from having listened to that in this field that we co-created, because it's real. And just imagine if we have thousands of people, for example, doing this. We might even dematerialize. You never know.
We could really make a
Or
difference.
levitate, you know?
So once again, I do want to thank everyone, and I want to thank Humanity's team, and I want to thank Russell, our great guy behind the curtain there that we love working with, and Sound Healers Association, which is the oldest sound healing association, started by Jonathan back in the 80s, and it is a networking organization, and we have a lot of different activities. And if you care to join, our director, Nasiri Suzanne, is standing by to answer any questions, and encourage you to visit soundhealersassociation.org as well for information more about SHA, which sponsors our program tonight.
And to everyone, thank you again. What a blessed community this is. And hey, see you for the next Sound Satsang. In the meantime, keep lots of love and light in your life through sound.
And many blessings of love and light through sound.
Bye-bye now.